we are on the record. It is August 26, 2019. This is Judge Wish, Courtroom 1, Session 1. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Kathy Kennedy Swans on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Adam Scholl with Office of Public Defender.
Letitia Fowler with the Office of Public Defender.
All right, good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Keep walking.
All right, Mr. Watkins, you're here in 2019 MO 1494. You were arrested for an open container violation. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Was there an offer for
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes, Your Honor. It was adjudication guilty and credit time served, which my client has agreed to accept and will plead no contest.
Okay. Do we have the box?
Right here.
Thank you. Disappear. All right, Mr. Watkins, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yeah.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes? I need to answer yes or no, not mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand, are you on probation anywhere?
Yes, I understand.
Are you on probation?
No.
Okay. Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that a yes? That you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
I didn't hear what you said. Hmm? Mm-hmm.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yeah.
You're a U.S. citizen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to make sure that you can hear me. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay, do you need me to repeat what I said before? No?
No.
Okay. Do you understand that if you are not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yeah.
Okay. I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm going to order you pay those by August 26, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck to you, Mr. Watkins. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Michael Renfro.
All right, Mr. Renfro, you're here in 2019 CF 4526AO, and you are arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia pursuant to a warrant, and probable cause has previously been found. I am going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bonds will stay at $1,100. All right, please tell me your name.
Axe Wolfgang.
Mr. Wolfgang, you're here in 2019 CF 12109. You're arrested for sending written threats of intimidation in order to conduct a mass shooting. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. If you have any weapons or firearms or any ammunition, you must surrender them within 10 hours of your release from the Orange County Jail. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. Your bond is set at $10,000.
Can I just have one moment, Your Honor?
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Judge. Ashley Parker on behalf of Ms. Redding.
All right, Ms. Redding, can you state your name for the record, please?
Heather Redding.
All right, Ms. Redding, you're here in 2019 CF 12108. You're arrested for possession of a controlled substance with a weapon, possession of cocaine with a weapon, and possession of cannabis, less than 20 grams. I do find probable cause, and are you filing a notice of appearance?
We are, Judge.
Okay, all right, and so, there is a bond correction sheet, I don't know if you're aware of that, pursuant to our, our bond schedule, I believe the bonds should be 0 on counts 1 and 2, I'll give her a bond, obviously, but just so you're aware. Your conditions of release, Ms. Redding, are you're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, you're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition in the case.
It had no objection to a $5,000 bond, count 1.
Okay.
And the subsidiary is counts 2.
Okay. Standard bond, I believe, for count 2 is $7,500. I will give the $5,000 bond on count 2. Count 1 will be $150, and count 3 will be $100.
Just one follow, Judge, is that on the controlled substance?
Sorry?
On the controlled substance, is that the 7,500?
The $7,500 is on count 2, the possession of
Okay.
cocaine with a weapon. And it's 5,000? I said it at 5,000.
Okay.
Huh? No, I said the standard bond is 7,500, but
You spoke earlier, yes?
I'll set count 2 at 5,000, 1 at 150, and count 3 at 100. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Have a great day.
Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Stephen Derek Anderson.
All right, Mr. Anderson, you're here in case number 2019 CF 12088AO. You're arrested for attaching a tag to a plate, and a plate not assigned to a vehicle, driving while license permanently revoked. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. You may not drive without a valid license. Your bond will stay set at 100 on count 1 and 5,000 on count 2. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Peter Barber.
Mr. Barber, you're here in 2019 CF 12097AO. You're arrested for battery on a person 65 years of age or older. I do find probable cause. You did not fill out a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
No, I'm not sure if the case is going to go forward.
Well, it's not, I mean, the state has a good amount of time to be able to file charges formally and in information. So do you want me to see if you qualify for the public defender?
Yes,
Okay. Do you work, sir?
yes,
And do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly?
weekly,
And then how much do you get paid after taxes every week?
about 500.
Okay. And then do you have any children under the age of 18?
Yes,
Okay. How old are they?
6 months.
Sorry?
6 months.
6 months old?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And, I'm gonna order that you're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. You can't have any contact with the victim in the case, Mr. Zabrowski, and you're not to return back to that location. And I am gonna place you in the pretrial release program. So you need to make sure you follow all of those requirements, sir, okay?
Your Honor, can you have a one-time return?
Sure, I'll allow him to go back with law enforcement to get any personal belongings that he may need. You must contact law enforcement. You may not go over there by yourself. You must go with them.
So, will I have to do bond or?
Was he, I apologize, Your Honor, was it set up, did we go with pretrial release? Yes, so pretrial release.
So I don't have to.
All right, please tell me your name.
Derek Basil.
Mr. Bazzo, you're here in 2019 CF 12076AO. You're arrested for threatening a public servant and disorderly intoxication. I do find probable cause for those offenses. I am going to appoint the public defender's office. You're not to have any contact with any individual that's listed in the affidavit, any witness, any victim. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. You're not returned back to any Universal property, specifically the 6000 Universal Boulevard at City Walk. And it appears as though they filed an on-view violation of probation based on these new law offenses out of Charlotte County, which is weird because it says in the affidavit that he's on probation out of Tampa. So I don't know how that would be Charlotte County. Hillsborough County should be. It says Charlotte. Maybe it was transferred? Was your probation
Yes, ma'am.
transferred? Okay. So originally, it was originally in Charlotte
Yes,
and
ma'am.
then moved to Tampa? Okay, so it is out of Charlotte County because they're the originating jurisdictional county. So at this time, I don't know what will happen and if they'll take jurisdiction. We should hear something from them. And if you want to bond out, I'm going to set the bond at the 1,000 and 100. If you can bond out of here, then Charlotte County would have, from the time that you posted your bond, 72 hours to come and pick you up, not including weekends and holidays. If they communicate with our corrections that they're not going to pick you up, which can happen, then I would release you on the violation of probation. So it's just a matter of finding out what Charlotte County is going to do, okay? All right, if not, if they don't, then you'll come back before me, and they'll bring you back before me or another judge, okay?
Thank you.
All right. All right, please tell me your name.
Winston Jason Berto.
All right, Mr. Berto, you're here in 2019 CF 12106, and you're arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for fleeing and attempting to elude a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer without violence, and culpable negligence. And I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. Your bond on count one will be $7,500, and I will set the additional bonds at count two 100 and count three 100 as well.
I'm sorry, you said count one was 7,500?
Yes, and 100. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
John Bryant.
Do you need the headphones, sir?
Yeah, I'll hear.
That's fine. All right, Mr. Bryant, you're here in 2019 CF 12086AO. You're arrested for driving while license suspended with 2 prior convictions. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender. You cannot drive without a valid license. The bond will stay set at $2,500. All right, please tell me your name.
Taurus Bryant.
All right, Mr. Bryant. You're here in 2019 CF 12093AO, and you're arrested for possession of a firearm or ammunition by a convicted felon, resisting an officer without violence, and grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. I do find probable cause, and they're advising me you're not gonna qualify for the public defender based on your income. Do you get paid $500 a week after taxes?
Before taxes.
Before taxes. What's your paycheck?
Ma'am,
What is your paycheck?
between $300-400 a week after
Okay,
taxes.
and you have no children?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm
Not
gonna.
living with me.
Okay, huh?
Not living with me.
Okay, how old are, do you pay child support? Yeah, I think you're gonna qualify regardless
I
based
know,
on.
I pay out of my pocket. I'm not signed up with a.
Okay,
yes,
all
ma'am.
right, based on your testimony and the income that you make after taxes, I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And, there was a bond correction sheet based on your address, showing that you live in Georgia. Based on your affidavit, looks like you're living in Florida. I'm not really, how long have you lived in Apopka?
Ma'am, I've been living in Apopka for a year. I have a
Okay.
job and I have bills in my name.
Okay. I don't wanna incriminate you, cause would you ask, has he changed his, it doesn't appear as though he's changed his address and any identification or anything of that nature. So where are you working?
Ma'am, I work for ICS in Zellwood, Florida.
Okay, so you do work in the state of Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Based on your testimony, I am gonna stay the bonds at the original bond, and not the bond corrected sheet. So there is probable cause. I did appoint the public defender. I'm gonna stay the bond at 4,000 on count 1, 100, and 150. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, any ammunition. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. All right. All right, please tell me your name.
Lynn Clark.
All right, Mr. Clark. You're here in 2019 CF 12087AO. You're arrested for attempted burglary of a conveyance, possession of methamphetamine, possession of burglary tools, and possession of a firearm or ammunition by a convicted felon. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. You're not to return back to either one of these locations. 5858 International Drive, the Days Inn Hotel, or 5056 South Kirkman Road, the iDrive Grand Hotel. You are not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, no contact with any listed victim or witness, and no weapons, no firearms, no ammunition. The bonds will stay at 150, 150, 150, and 4,000. And you're out on bond in 2019 CF 11899AO. I'm revoking that and setting that at none. You are represented by the public defender, and they can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond. Please tell me your name.
Kevin Delva.
Mr. Delva, you're here in 2019 CF 12094AO. You're arrested for possession of cannabis over 20 grams and possession of drug paraphernalia. I don't have a form for the PD. Were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
I have an attorney. He just is not here because,
Was he planning on being here?
no,
Okay.
I didn't get contact him.
Okay. Have you, has anybody in your family hired him? Who is he?
Mr. Harold Buckus.
Okay, Mr. Backus. Okay. All right, I do find probable cause. I'm gonna stay the bond on count 1 at 1,000, and I'm gonna reduce count 2 to 100. And you think you'll be able to bond out?
Yes.
Okay, so I won't set you for a determination of counsel. You can't possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, okay?
Thank you. All set? I'm all set?
You're all set? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Ramon Fernandez.
All right, Mr. Fernandez, you're here in 19 CF 1961 CO, and there's been an indictment for first-degree murder with a firearm. It's a capital offense, and burglary of a dwelling with an assault or battery with a firearm, which is a life felony. And it appears as though the indictment indicates that it will be set for arraignment in Division 17, and that there is no bond at this time. Probable cause has already been found. So you're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, any ammunition. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim, witness, co-defendant, or any of the victim's family members. And you're not to return back to 3933 Port Simport Avenue in Orlando, Florida. State, did you have any other conditions that you wanted me to impose?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Now, it looks like I see a status date for all the co-defendants. It looks like in November.
Okay. I don't know when it'll be, is that the arraignment date? Or, okay, it's supposed to be set for on the capias it says to be set for an arraignment in Division 17, so.
I have a status hearing for 4 people on November the 18th. I don't know if that's gonna be arraignment as well.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm appointing the public defender's no, you did not fill out a form for the public defender. Mr. Fernandez, did you hire an attorney?
Yeah, my family got me an attorney. I haven't got in contact with him yet.
Do you know his name?
No, I don't know because I just got here yesterday.
Okay, I'm gonna set you for a determination of counsel hearing in a week. And if you haven't hired an attorney at that time, we can readdress the public defender, or you can tell me what efforts you've made to get an attorney. You're gonna be sitting in there without an attorney on a no bond, okay?
All right.
All right, so we'll do that. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
My name is Lindsay Fox, Your
All
Honor.
right, Ms. Fox. You're here in 2019 CF 12077AO. You're arrested for burglary of a structure with an assault or battery on a uniformed or licensed security officer, and resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. Count 1 is a punishable by life felony. State, did you want to be heard as to bond?
State requests a $10,000 bond. That's the count 1, Your Honor. No
Alright.
contact with the victim, no return to that apartment complex, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
All right, so, I am gonna set the bond at 10,000 on count 1. I will reduce count 2 to 150 and count 3 to 100. Ms. Fox, you are not to have any contact with any listed victim in the case. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And you're not to return back to the Ventura Country Club apartments at 2601 Woodgate Boulevard. All right, please tell me your name.
Alfredo Martinez.
All right, do we know what David Juarez? Huh, Spanish? Okay, well, I'll hold on to that one. All right, Mr. Martinez. You're here in 2019 CF 12107. You were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs as a third violation within 10 years. Driving while license suspended as a subsequent offender, and a refusal to submit to a DUI test. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim in the case, as to the crash, or any witnesses. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. Your bond will stay set at $5,000 on count 1. I will reduce count 2 to 100 and count 3 to 100. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Carlos Perez.
All right, Mr. Paris. You're here in 2019 CF 12080AO. You're arrested for attempted burglary of an occupied dwelling. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. In that case, you are not to return back to 710 West Lancaster Road or have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. Your bond will be set at $2,500. They've also filed an on-view violation of probation out of Seminole County based on the new law offense. There's probable cause for that. Your bond will be set at none in that case. And you're out on bond in Orange County in 2019 MM 4932B. I'm revoking that bond and setting that at none. You do have representation in that case. They can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond for you. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Raven Rance.
Mr. Rance. You were picked up in 2019 CF 11811 pursuant to a warrant which probable cause was found for failing to report within 30 days as a transient sexual offender. And I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I will stay the bond at $2,500. You do have reporting requirements. You need to comply with those. And I am not gonna take action on your out on bond case, or out on release case, Mr. Rance, but you need to make sure you do have a court date coming up in October.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you're out on release for possession of cocaine,
Okay.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So let me see if you have the PD in that case. The PD was appointed. You do have pretrial conference on October 8th, 2019 in courtroom 12D, as in dog. Do not miss that court date.
No,
If you
ma'am.
miss it, you're likely gonna get a capias and be held at no bond,
Yes, ma'am.
okay?
Yeah, I knew nothing about it, ma'am.
Make sure you keep in touch with your attorneys. They know how to get in touch with you, and you do have reporting requirements. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Bruce Taylor.
All right, Mr. Taylor. You're here in 2019 CF 12089AO. You're arrested for aggravated assault, resisting merchandise recovery, and petty theft. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. You are not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. You're not to return back to the 7-Eleven at 486 North Orange Avenue. And the bonds will stay at 2,500, 100, and 100. Please tell me your name.
Jason Zielinski.
Mr. Zielinski. You're here in 2019 CF 120928. You're arrested for possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. I do find probable cause, and you did not fill out a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
I already have an attorney, Corey Cohen.
Okay, you have him on your other case. Have you
Yes.
hired him on this case?
I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I had my girlfriend call him this morning.
Okay. All right, so, you're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not to drive without a valid license either. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm gonna set your bond on this case at 2,500, and I'm not gonna take action on your out on release case today, but if you come back and you get another new case, it's chances are your bond's gonna get revoked on everything,
I understand.
all right?
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name.
James Calix.
All right, Mr. Colix, you're here in 2019 MO 1489. You're arrested for an open container violation. I do find probable cause, and you did not fill out a form for the public defender. Did you want to see if the state had an offer to resolve your case today?
Sorry?
Did you want to see if the state had an offer to resolve your case today?
Right, yes.
Yes, there's an offer. Adjudication of guilt, credit time served.
Okay, and I did not appoint the public defender. Do you want me to appoint the attorney, or do you want to handle the, looks like you want to handle it on your own? All right, Mr. Collex, say you're okay proceeding forward without an attorney?
Sure. Right.
Okay, just want to make sure. Do you want to plead no contest?
Right, absolutely.
Okay, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
That is my signature.
Did you understand, excuse me, everything that was contained within the plea form?
Absolutely.
Do you understand all the rights that you're giving up by entering the plea? Is that a yes?
That is a yes.
Okay. Are you on probation anywhere?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
I am a citizen of this country.
Okay, but do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Right, uh-huh.
You understand?
I
Okay.
understand that part.
All right, I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit and the court file to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 26, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck to you.
Oh, you said 2 days?
You get credit, your sentence was
Right.
2 days with credit for 2 days.
Okay,
They count yesterday and today.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Willie Flores, and God bless you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Flores. God
very
bless
welcome.
you too. All right, Mr. Flores, you're here in 19 MO 1490. You're arrested for disorderly conduct. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office. Was there an offer for Mr. Flores?
Yes, offer of adjudication of guilt and credit time served.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm not gonna take any action on your out on release case,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Flores, and I don't believe there's any court dates coming up, but you need to make sure that,
Yes, ma'am.
you know,
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
miss any court dates if there are any.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You do have the public defender in that case, okay?
ma'am.
So make sure that they know how to get in touch with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Flores, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the
Yes,
plea
ma'am.
form? Let me
Yes, ma'am.
finish my sentence and then you can answer, okay? So you understand everything that's contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit. I am going to accept your plea and adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 26, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't miss any court dates.
Yes, ma'am. Then you gonna send me a letter?
Well, you gotta
I'm
keep in touch
homeless.
with your
I'm
attorneys.
homeless. Okay.
Well, you need to make sure they have a way to get in touch with you. Check, so you don't miss your any court dates that come up if the state decides to file charges. Do you have a phone number that you can give them?
Seven oh four, 7220. That's my oldest sister. Patty Brown. That's my sister. So you send a letter to her. Thank you. I'm done.
All right, good luck. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Todd Phillips, Your Honor.
Mr. Phillips, you're here in 2019 MO 1491. You were arrested for disorderly conduct. I do find probable cause. You did not fill out a form for the public defender. Did you want to see if the state had an offer and resolve your case without an attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Education credit time served.
All right, and then I would have to impose court costs, Mr. Phillips. Is that something that you want to do to resolve your case today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you fill out the plea form. Thank you. All right, and you want to plead no contest, Mr. Phillips?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm showing you the plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, it is, Your
Did you
Honor.
understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, I do.
And you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, I do.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, I'm not.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, I do.
All right, I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 26, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir.
Yes.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, State.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Gary Bruce Smith.
Okay, is Mr. Rodriguez?
Mr. Rodriguez is gonna help you on.
Okay, we'll reset him. All right, Mr. Smith? You're here in 19 MO 1493. You were arrested for state misdemeanors. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Smith?
Yes, you would like to accept the adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return.
And I would have to impose court costs. Mr. Smith, I'll give you a year to pay him back. right, Mr. Smith, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am. it
Did you
is.
understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am,
Do you
I do.
understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
Okay. I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit. I am gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You can't go back to 101 North Roslyn Avenue, Lake Eola. You've been trespassed. If you go back, you're probably gonna get arrested again, okay? Don't go back there.
Yes, ma'am.
And I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 26, 2020. If you wanna appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is Daniel Buddy bond out? Mr. Buddy, did he bond out? Mental, oh, okay. I didn't have a face sheet for him, so I thought he bonded.
No, he did bond.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, and can you tell me your name?
Devon Jean Haynes.
Okay, and then Mr. Dowdle, is that mental health? Okay. All right, we'll reset. You said Mr. Haynes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Haynes, you're here in 2019 MM 7079 AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning, in possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office. Was there an offer for Mr. Haynes?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return.
You want to accept the offer?
No, Your Honor. He doesn't want to accept the plea.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Haynes, you're not to return back.
Your Honor, can I have a brief moment with him?
Sure.
Okay, Your Honor, he would like to accept it.
Okay. Does he want to plead no contest? Thank you. All right, Mr. Haynes, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit to accept your plea to both counts. I am gonna adjudicate you guilty on each count, and your sentence will run concurrent. It will be 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You can't go back to the Arena Food Store at 635 North Westmoreland Avenue. And I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order that you pay those by August 26, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Derek Heron.
Heron?
Yeah, Heron.
Heron, okay. All right. No, that's fine. Heron, you're here in 2019 MM 810 AW. You're arrested for false reports to law enforcement. I do find probable cause. You did not fill out a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
No.
Okay, do you wanna see if the state has an offer for you? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
There's an offer.
Okay, so, the state's not making an offer for you today. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the public defender?
Yes.
Okay, do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly?
Weekly.
How much do you get paid after taxes every week?
Like, it varies, so like 200 to 300.
Okay, I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And I'm gonna order that you're not to return back to Target at 3343 Daniels Road in Winter Garden, Florida. You're not to have any contact with any victim at that location. And you're not, you're to abide by any trespass warning that they've provided to you. And I'm gonna place you in the pretrial release program, so you need to make sure that you comply with all of those requirements, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So do I leave All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Cornelius Jones, ma'am.
You're Jones, you're here in 2019 MM 7083AO. You're arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no contest. You would like to accept the offer?
And I do have to impose court costs, Mr. Jones, but I'll give you a year to pay them off.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Wait, hold it, hold it. I'm trying to- huh?
So weird. It's like this. Hold my eyes.
What was it?
See, we have reading glasses in here. Okay, did Christina Nuck bond out?
Yes.
Okay,
Then, Mr. Moon is going to help, Your Honor.
okay. We will reset Mr. Moon. Okay, are you Michael Drew?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Drew, you were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Lee County, and it appears as though the judge in that case set your bond at none. And so Lee County, pursuant to our administrative order, has 72 hours, that does not include weekends or holidays, to pick you up. If they do not pick you up within that time frame, you'll come back before me or another judge, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, please tell me your name.
Jason Leonard.
Lenord? Leonard? Okay. All right, Mr. Leonard, you're here. You were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Hillsborough County, and the judge in that case set your bond at none. And Hillsborough County, pursuant to our administrative order, has 72 hours to come and pick you up. That does not include weekends or holidays. If you're not picked up within that time frame, you'll come back before myself or another judge, okay? All right, please tell me your name.
Jabril Scurry.
All right, Mr. Scurry, you're here. You were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Polk County, and the judge did set your bond at $2,000 in that case. If you're able to bond out, you can bond out, excuse me. If not, Polk County has 24 hours to come and pick you up pursuant to our administrative order. If they don't do so, then you'll come back before myself, okay?
Judge stated Camp refused again.
Okay, well,
This is third day.
yeah, we'll handle him at the end.
And then, Mr. Quentin Jackson, he's still mental health county.
Okay, what about Jay Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's you, okay. And Mr. Jackson is mental health, you said? Okay. Well, they were just skipping ahead a little bit.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't see Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, no, that's okay. She was just confused with the paperwork. So, if Mr. Jackson is, mental health, he was medical yesterday. And mental health, or medical on the 25th, and then mental health yesterday. So I'm just gonna deal with it. I think he has probation hold anyway. So, for Mr. Jackson in 2019 MM 7030AO, he was arrested for disorderly conduct, resisting an officer without violence. I'm gonna appoint the public defender. Do you want to waive his appearance for purposes of the record, Ms. Fowler?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so, he is not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. He's not to return back to the Orange Buick dealership at 3883 West Colonial Drive, nor is he to return back to Auto Nation at 3707 West Colonial Drive, or have any contact with any listed victims or witnesses at either of those locations. I'm gonna stay the bond at 250 and 100. Mental health. It was medical, then mental health, and mental health today. All right, and then you're Mr. Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Mr. Smith, you were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Hillsborough County, and the judge did set your bond at $2,000 in that case. And so if you can bond out, you can bond out. If not, Hillsborough pursuant to our administrative order has 72 hours, not including weekends or holidays, to come and pick you up. So if they can't do so within that time frame, you'll come back before myself or another judge. And I do have to advise you that you do have reporting requirements, so you need to make sure that you comply with those while you're at the Orange County Jail, okay?
Yes, ma'am, but they got 72 hours to come get me?
They pursuant to our administrative order, not including weekends or holidays, and the statute requires a reasonable amount of time. So if, depending on the communication with Hillsborough County, within the next couple days, we'll know whether or not they're coming or not coming, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But if you're able to bond out, you do have a $2,000 bond. Okay. I don't know who's coming. I don't know if Mr. Jones is coming back or
Mr. who?
Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Jones.
Come on back.
All right. All right, Mr. Jones, we were doing your plea.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What did I do with the plea form? Did I give it to you? I think I gave it to you. The plea form?
No, he didn't turn it in yet.
Oh, he didn't? Okay. I don't remember. All right, and I think we established that you wanted to plea no contest. Mr. Jones, is this your signature at the bottom of the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form when you read it?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea? Based on the affidavit, I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 26, 2020. If you wanna appeal the judgment and sentence at the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you.
God bless you. I appreciate it.
Bless you too. right, please tell me your name, sir.
Oliver Perkins.
All right, Mr. Perkins, you're here in 2019 CF 12073AO. You arrested for driving while license suspended as a habitual traffic offender. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you're not to drive without a valid license. The bond will stay at $2,500. You are out on bond for DUI, 2 prior conviction, third within 10 years, driving while license suspended, and resisting. And I'm revoking that release in 2019 CF 7797AO. You do have an attorney. They can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond for you in that case. Please tell me your name, sir.
Shelton P. Donald.
Okay, is Keith Vasquez, mental health? Okay. All right, so for Mr. Vasquez, this is the 3rd reset. In 2019 MM 7036AO, I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent him. Mr. Scholl, do you wanna waive his appearance for purposes of the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so, I do find probable cause for the petty theft, and he is not to return back to 7-Eleven at 1 Rosalind Avenue or have any contact with any listed victim or witness at that location. I will stay the bond at the $500.
Mr. White is gonna help you as well, Your Honor.
Okay. Looks like this has been reset multiple times. 2019 MM 6979AO. It's been reset 3 times. This is 5 times. So since Friday, I believe. So, I'm gonna appoint the public defender for Mr. White. And Mr. Scholl, do you wanna waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, he's charged with resisting an officer without violence and disorderly conduct. I do find probable cause, and I did appoint the public defender. The bonds will stay set at 500 and 100, and all right. All right, can you tell me your name, sir, again?
Shelton P. Donald.
Okay, Mr., okay, they had it on the docket as a different name. Okay, Mr. Shelton, you're here in 2019 MO 1466AO. Excuse me. And it appears as though this is a plea for an open container violation, and is the offer a withhold, credit for time served, $223 in court costs, and a $10 filing fee?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then do we know how many days he has? 8, okay. 9, 8? 9, okay. Okay. Did you sign the plea form, Mr. Shelton?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, did he want a plea no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Shelton, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, Judge, Your Honor.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I am gonna withhold adjudication, sentence you to 9 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 9 days time served. There's $223 in court costs and a $10 filing fee. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 26, 2020.
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good luck to you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
And then we're gonna address Mr. Camp's case. Did you say he was a refusal? Mr. Camp?
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Camp refused yesterday and the day before. And so I'm gonna address his cases. So in 2019, MM 7049AO, I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. And, Mr. Scholl, do you wanna waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
So he was charged with petty theft. I do find probable cause. He's not to return back to the Walmart Neighborhood Market at 2715 South Orange Avenue or have any contact with any listed victim or witness at that location. His bond will stay set at $250. He's also here in 2019 CF 11966AO. Appears as though the state did file an information in that case, charging him with criminal mischief, 2 counts as a subsequent offender. Those are both felonies of the 3rd degree. I'm gonna appoint the public defender in that case. His appearance has been waived, and he is not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness or return back to Foreign Accents at 2301 South Orange Avenue or possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. And I will stay the bonds as set in the KPS at 1,000 on count 1 and 250 on count 2. Okay, and we're already on 33 days. All right, 2019 MM 58798O, Raul Jose Osorio Candelario.
You granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That'll be granted. Two 2019 MM 5958AO, John Henry Roberts.
Be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 9849AO, Mark Wayne Phillips.
Be denied the state file of information on 8/23.
That will be denied. Two 2019 CF 9945AO, Joshua Alexis Coronado Torres.
Be denied the state file of information on 8/23.
Will be denied. 2019 MM 4973 AO, Demarius Rashad Fields.
That should be denied the state file of information on 8/23.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 7417AO Melissa Marie Vasquez.
Be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
And her bond was revoked on July 31st, 2019. So that will be denied. The proper motion to file is a motion to set bond. Two 2019 CF 10442AO Rafael Melendez.
State has not made a charging decision.
That will be granted. Two 2019 CF 10666AO Eddie Swanson.
You deny the state file information on 8/23.
Will be denied. Two 2019 CF 10112AO Jada Monet Wright.
You deny the state file information on 8/23.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 10445AO Ellis Chanel White.
Be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. Two 2019 CF 5390 John Henry Roberts Jr.
You deny the state file information on 8/23.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 10440AO Bernard Robert Young.
Be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 10615AO Robert Allen Pullins.
Be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 10604AO Abraham Benzakor.
That be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 MM 5919AO Mark Anthony Vasquez.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 MM 5777AO Corwin Tremaine Mathis.
That should be denied the state file information on 8/23, and it's been consolidated with a misdemeanor case.
Do you know that case number? So I can just,
819 MM 5257.
thank you. That will be denied. 19 CF 10616AO Daniel Hughes Humphreys.
Should be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 10646 Juan Vidal Rodriguez Crespo.
Should be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. All right, anything else? 26, 2019. This is Judge Wish, courtroom 1, session 2. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Adam Shaw with Public Defender's Office.
Kathy Kennedy Swanson, on behalf of the Office of State Attorney. Just turn the mic away from the desk.
All right. And we have the interpreter on the line?
Letitia Fowler, Public Defender.
Yes, Your Honor, the interpreter's connected.
Okay, have you been sworn in, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, can I have everybody outside, if you're planning on testifying, if you could please stand and raise your right hand. And Mr. Interpreter, I don't know if there's anybody out there. I believe that they may or may not need Spanish interpreter to advise them of that as well.
Yes, Your Honor. So you're asking for everyone to stand and raise their right hand?
To be sworn in, if they're going to testify, yes.
Si hay alguien en el auditorio que necesita intérprete de español y va a testificar también, póngase de pie, levante la mano derecha para prestar juramento.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Juran o prometen que el testimonio que harán ser la verdad, toda la verdad y solamente la verdad. Lo juran ante Dios.
Okay, thank you. All right, please tell me your name, sir. Oh, we don't have the headphones on him. Okay. Please tell me your name, sir.
David
Juarez? Okay, I think we cut out,
Yes.
okay. All right, so you're Mr. David Juarez?
Yes.
Okay. You're hearing case number 2019 CF 12075AO, and you were arrested for battery and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I do find probable cause, and I am being advised that you do not qualify for the public defender. Do you make $700 every week after taxes?
Yes.
Okay, and do you have any children under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay, you're not gonna qualify for the public defender, so you're gonna have to contact your own attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. All right, so I do find probable cause for both of the offenses, and you're not to have any contact directly or indirectly with any victim or witness in the case. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. And you're not to return back to 443 West Silver Star Road, El Tequila. And I am gonna set your bond at $2,500 on count 1 and $100 on count 2. Or sorry, $2,500 on count 2, excuse me, and $100 on count 1.
You say no contact with lawyer?
I did, no contact, yes. Sure. Ortiz? Jose? Okay. We will take no action on Mr. Ortiz. And that was for purposes of the interpreter 2019 CF 12100AO. And you're asking to skip over Castillo?
Yes.
Okay. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Mario Espina.
Mario Espina.
All right, Mr. Espina, you're here in case number 2019 CF 12111. You're arrested for false imprisonment, domestic violence. And I do find probable cause based on one line in the affidavit. It's thin, but there is a line in the affidavit that says that after he tried to calm her down, he realized that the daughter, Melanie, had left the residence and asked Nancy where she went, then stepped out of the residence, and Nancy told Mario she was going to go look for Melanie, and Mario told her she was not going to go look for her. It's thin, but it's there, so there is probable cause for the offense. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office, and we do, yeah, we do have a witness here, and she was sworn in. Do you wanna question her?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can you please state, do you need the interpreter, ma'am?
Yes, I'll rather.
Okay, so we will need the interpreter for both of the defendant and the witness in the box. But ma'am, if you're going to use the interpreter, you need to speak Spanish. Only.
Señora, si usted va a usar los servicios de un intérprete, tiene que hablar en español.
Está bien.
That's fine.
Can you
Okay.
please state your name for the record?
Nancy
Díganos su
Estrada.
nombre para que conste en actas.
Nancy Estrada.
Nancy Estrada.
And how do you know Mr. Espina Lopez?
¿Y de dónde conoce al señor Espina López?
Es mi esposo. De bien.
He's my husband.
Are you afraid of him?
¿Usted le tiene miedo a él?
No.
No.
Would you like contact with him while this case is pending?
Mientras este caso esté pendiente, ¿quiere usted tener contacto con él?
Sí.
Yes.
If the defendant is released without having to post a bond, are you okay with that?
Si es que se le permite al acusado poder salir sin tener que pagar una fianza, ¿está usted de acuerdo con eso?
Sí, estoy de acuerdo.
Yes, I do agree.
Would you like for the defendant to be allowed to live with you while this case is pending?
¿Quiere usted que se le permita al acusado vivir con usted mientras el caso esté pendiente?
Sí.
Yes.
I have no further questions.
No tengo más preguntas.
Mr. Schultz, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I did have a question. So part of the facts that are alleged are that you and your daughter were hiding in the bushes.
Parte de los detalles o hechos que se narran es que usted y su hija estaban escondidas entre unos arbustos.
Was that because you were in fear at that time because there was a handgun involved?
Eso se debe a que en ese momento usted sentía temor porque estaba implicada un arma de fuego.
Sí, así es.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and have all of the handguns been removed from the residence?
¿Todas las armas de fuego se han sacado del hogar?
Sí, las
Yes.
tomaron todos.
Yes, everything was taken.
And so would you still be at all in fear, even if the handguns have been removed from the residence?
Aún sin las armas que ya no están en el hogar, ¿aún sentiría usted temor?
No.
No.
Okay, and so is your daughter present today?
¿Su hija, ella está presente aquí hoy día?
Sí.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I hear from her?
¿Podemos hablar con ella?
Sí, supongo.
Yes, I suppose.
Okay. All right, can you raise your right hand, please, to be sworn?
Do you swear or affirm the testimony about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Melanie Espina.
Okay, and you don't need the services of the interpreter?
I do not.
Okay. I will ask, though, that the interpreter interpret her statement so that the defendant is aware of the statement. And you're the daughter of Mr. Espina?
Yes, I am.
inquire?
No, I'm waiting. I just had some questions if you have
Oh, no, no,
questions.
I think he's interpreting in his ear.
Okay, all right. And are you in fear of your father?
No.
Okay. Were you in fear at the time of the incident?
I was. But mostly for his health, not mine.
Okay, all right. Are you at all, has anything like this happened before?
No.
Okay. Do you want your dad to come home?
Yes.
Okay, and are you aware of any other remaining handguns or firearms or any kind of weapons in the home?
No, there isn't anymore.
Okay, and you feel safe at home?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you for your testimony. Okay, all right. I am gonna allow contact. It's gonna be non-hostile, non-violent contact, okay? Mr. Espina, you're allowed to have contact, but non-hostile contact. So you can't tell somebody that they can't leave. You can't get in anyone's face. You can't raise your voice at either your daughter or your wife. You can't say mean things to them. You can't threaten them. Do you understand? Okay, and
Yes.
you can't get physical with them. No pushing, no fighting, no punching, no scratching, no biting. Do you understand? Okay.
Sure.
So you're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. So no drinking. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay. And no weapons, no firearms, or any ammunition. Do you understand that?
I understand.
And if there's any other weapons or firearms in the home, you're gonna have to surrender them within 10 hours of your release from the jail, okay?
I understand.
Okay, so you cannot possess any weapons or firearms, okay? And I'm gonna place you in the pretrial release program, okay? So you need to make sure that you comply with all of those requirements, all right? If you don't, and somebody tells me or another judge, they can revoke, and we can revoke your release and hold you in the jail with no bond. Do you understand? Okay, all right?
Yes.
The case number is 2019 CF 12111. All right, thank you for your testimonies. Mr. Gamino? All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Miguel Camino Salinas.
Miguel Camino Salinas.
All right, Mr. Gamino Salinas, you're here in 2019 CF 12112. You were arrested for tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement, battery, domestic violence, and criminal mischief. I do find probable cause, and it appears as though you are not going to qualify for the public defender, so let me just go over this with you. Do you make $1,000 a week after taxes?
I get paid in cash.
Okay, and do they take taxes out of that? So you get $1,000 a week, is that what you're telling me?
Well, at the end of the year, the boss gives me a document, and then that's how I
Pay your taxes.
file.
Okay, so you get $1,000 in cash every week. Do you have any children under the age of 18?
Pardon?
Do you have any
No.
Oh, no, okay. All right, you're not going to qualify for the public defender, so you're gonna have to contact an attorney on your own. Do you understand?
Well, the children that I have with that lady there, I was the one that maintained them, so I don't know what can be done about that.
Well, do you, I mean, they're not your children, correct?
No.
Okay, and you don't pay child support towards them. Do you claim them as dependents on your taxes?
No.
Okay. All right, so you're not gonna qualify for the public defender, so you're gonna have to hire your own attorney, and we don't have any witnesses for the case. So, Mr. Gamino, I am gonna order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with the victims or any witnesses in the case, and have you sign the no contact order form. Mr. Camino, did you understand everything contained in the no contact order form?
Yes.
Okay. You're also to maintain separate residences. I will allow you to go back with law enforcement. Should you need to go back there to get personal belongings, you must call law enforcement. You may not go by there yourself. You may not possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. And you're not to consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. If there is a Department of Children and Families investigation pending, you must comply with that. Your bond on count 1 is $1,000, your bond on count 2 is $1,000, and your bond on count 3 is $100.
So what's the total?
2,100.
And how much time do I have to pay this?
It's the bond that you need to pay to get out of the Orange County Jail. So you'll need to contact a bondsman or someone in your family other than the victim or any of the witnesses who may be able to help you post a bond.
Can I get in touch with my friend?
Sure. Okay.
So where do I pay this at? Bonds or here?
They'll have to contact a bondsman, or they could pay a cash bond with a money order. I can't give you any more information than that. You can probably ask some people back there who may speak Spanish or who can help you with that process.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Javier Mercado.
Javier Mercado.
Mr. Mercado, you're here in case number 2019 MM7078AO. You're arrested for domestic violence battery. I do find probable cause, and I am, well, it does not look as though you're going to qualify for the public defender either. So do you make $2,000 every other week, every 2 weeks? Is that how much you make?
Sí.
And is that
Yes.
is that after taxes?
Depende, algunas veces gano más dinero que otras. Yo soy truck driver y algunas veces gano más que, unas semanas gano más que otras.
Well, it depends. Sometimes I earn more on a given week or less in a given week. So, because I'm a truck driver, so it depends. Sometimes I make more certain weeks, and sometimes I make less.
Okay, what's the minimum that you would make?
2,000.
2,000.
Okay, and then you have one child under the age of 18?
No.
No.
How many, do you have any children under the age of 18?
No.
No.
Do you claim your wife as a dependent?
Sí.
Okay. All right, you're not gonna.
Yes.
Okay, you're not gonna qualify for the public defender, so you're gonna have to hire your own attorney, should you wish to do so. Do you understand?
Sí.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, and I believe we do have a witness here. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, did you want to inquire? I think she was sworn in. Does she need the interpreter services?
Do you need an interpreter?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna again need the services of the interpreter for both the victim and the defendant.
Okay.
Can you please state your name for the record?
¿Cómo se llama usted para que conste en actas?
Celines Torres.
Celines Torres.
And Ms. Torres, how do you know Mr. Mercado?
Señora Torres, ¿de dónde conoce usted al señor Mercado?
Es mi esposo.
He's my husband.
Are you afraid of him?
¿Usted le tiene miedo a él?
A la fecha de hoy, sí.
Presently, yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you for your testimony, ma'am. I'm not gonna allow contact. There will be no contact directly or indirectly with the victim or any witnesses in the case, and I'll have you sign the no contact order form. If you could just also translate that for the victim, Mr. Interpreter, so she understands.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, can you repeat that?
Sure, I'm not going to allow contact. There'll be no contact directly or indirectly with the victim or any witnesses in the case.
No voy a permitir que haya contacto entre ustedes. Estará prohibido el contacto, así que estará prohibido el contacto con las víctimas y los testigos en este caso y tiene que firmar el formulario de prohibición de contacto.
Mr. Mercado, did you understand everything that was contained within the no contact order form?
Sí.
Yes.
I'm ordering that you maintain separate residences. If you could also just interpret that for the victim.
Le estoy imponiendo al acusado, señor Mercado, de que tiene que vivir en una residencia aparte o diferente.
You may return with law enforcement one time to get any personal belongings that you may need, but you must go with law enforcement.
Le voy a permitir regresar una vez a ese hogar, pero acompañado de las autoridades para que busque sus pertenencias o artículos personales, pero tiene que ir acompañado de las autoridades.
You may not consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription.
Le está prohibido consumir alcohol o sustancias ilícitas a menos que tenga una receta válida para ello.
You may not possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition.
Y también le está prohibido poseer armas, armas de fuego o municiones.
And if there is a Department in Children and Families investigation pending, you must comply with that.
Y si el Departamento de Niños y Familias tiene una investigación pendiente, se le está imponiendo cooperar con ellos.
Your bond will be set at $1,000 plus pretrial release, so you need to make sure you comply with all of those requirements.
La fianza es de $1,000, pero también está añadido la cláusula de que estará bajo el Departamento de Libertad Provisional, así que tiene que asegurarse de cumplir obedecer los requisitos o normas de ellos.
All right, thank you. Thank you
Gracias.
for your testimony.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name, sir.
Marciano Ramos Solis.
Marciano Ramos Solis.
All right, Mr. Ramos Solis, you're here in case number 2019 CT 2071AO, and you are arrested pursuant to a warrant for a violation of probation. The judge did set your bond at none in that case. I don't have a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring your own attorney, or did you want me to see if you qualify for the public defender?
I have my own attorney.
Okay. Do you know who that is?
I'm sorry. It's not clear to the interpreter. Sounds like Lady Lahines.
Have you spoken with this individual about the violation of probation?
No.
Okay. So you haven't hired anybody yet, is what you're saying?
Not in regards to this case, no.
Okay. Are you planning on hiring that person with regards to this case?
Yes.
Okay. Your bond is set at none at this time in this case. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the public defender, and then you can always hire your own attorney? Otherwise, you're going to be sitting in the Orange County Jail with no bond until you hire an attorney.
So if I do get a public defender, then I could get a bond?
They can file a motion for you, and a judge may decide if they want to give you a bond.
All right, I'll take a public defender then.
Okay, I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And, Mr. Scholl, do you wanna do his arraignment today, like we do in courtroom 2? So that way, he's just gonna come back in 3 days?
Correct.
And it's gonna be the same offer, which is no offer, which is referred to Division 84, no bond.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll
Yes.
enter a denial on his behalf today,
Yes.
cancel the arraignment that will be set
Yes.
in a couple of days. And then that way, we will get him on the docket as soon as the next court date,
Okay.
okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll do that. We give the court dates for, I believe, Division 84 for the VOP.
September 27th at 8:30 in courtroom 4B.
I'm sorry, can that be repeated for the interpreter? The interpreter couldn't hear.
September 27th at 8:30, courtroom 4B.
And, Mr. Solis, your attorneys can now, Mr. Ramos Solis, your attorney can now file any motions with regards to bond for you, okay? But you at least have a court date and you have attorney. You can always hire your own attorney if you want to do so, a private attorney, okay? All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and then Castillo, mental health, okay. So Mr. Castillo is mental health, that's 2019 CF 12102AO. So we'll reset that, and that will be, I believe, in courtroom 2 tomorrow, okay? All right, and I don't think we are in need of the interpreter services any longer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, have a good day.
Judge, we're gonna skip, first person is, Busby.
Okay. All right, please tell me your name.
Tiffany Enos.
Okay, what about DaCosta? Okay, so we'll reset DaCosta, those are 2 cases. All right, Ms. Enos, you're here in case number 2019 CF 12103AO. And you were arrested for grand theft, 3rd degree of a motor vehicle, possession of cocaine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I am gonna order that you have no contact with any listed victim, witness, or any co-defendant. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're not to return back to 39 East Tanglewood Drive. Your bond on count 1 will be $2,500. Your bond on count 2 will be $150, and your bond on count 3 will be $100. And you just got out of jail in 2019 CF 10423 or 1042300. Is that correct again? Is that the- Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. They keep doing that. Adding 3 zeros. I am revoking that release and setting that bond at none. You do have the public defender. They can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond for you. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
J-Lo and Fair.
Mr. Fair, you're here in 2019 CF 12101AO. You were arrested for possession of a firearm and conviction of a felony, carrying concealed firearm, possession of cannabis more than 20 grams, possession of cannabis more than 20 grams with a weapon, possession of alprazolam, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender. You cannot possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, no weapons, no firearms, and no ammunition.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to stay the bond on count 1 at 1,000. Counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 are at 150, and count 6 is at 100. I'm setting count 1 at 5,000, and all counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 are at 150, and count 6 is 100. Is that what I said? I said it that, on count 6? Oh, sorry, I meant 5,000. Sorry. I'm twitchy. Must be my eyes. All right, please tell me your name.
Tarika Hester.
Sorry?
Tarika Hester.
Oh, Hester. Okay, Miss Hester, you're here in 2019 CF 12105AO. You're arrested for burglary of a conveyance, criminal mischief over 1,000, grand theft 3rd degree, and battery. If you find probable cause, I am going to appoint the public defender. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim, witness, or any co-defendant. You may not possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. And you may not return back to the Citgo gas station at 2015 South Orange Blossom Trail. And your bond is set at $3,500 on count 1. I will stay the 1,000 on count 2, 150 on count 3, and 100 on count 4. I saved 1,000. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Muhammad Umara.
Mr. Mora, you're here in 2018 CF 14867. You were arrested pursuant to a warrant for a violation of probation. The judge did set your bond at none in that case. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and you should be seen by Judge Whitehead in a week to 10 days, could be a little bit sooner, okay?
Thank you.
Romano? All right. We'll take no action on that. And Baswell? Mental health. We'll reset. Smith? Alright, we'll reset. Spence?
Mental health.
Alright, we will reset. And then Busby is still mental health too? Okay, and so we will reset. Well, I'm gonna call that one because I'm gonna appoint the PD and there's no bond on the VOPs, so there's no point in resetting that. So, for Miss Busby, there's 2017 CF 10208, and that's a violation of drug offender probation. And I am gonna appoint the public defender's office. Do you wanna waive her appearance for purposes of the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so her bond is set at none in that case. And, in 2017 CF 10217, drug offender probation, and her bond is set at none in that case as well. I appointed the PD in both the cases, and she'll be seen by Judge Whitehead in a week to 10 days, could be a little bit sooner, okay? All right, and then we reset the others. Anything else? No. Great, we'll be in recess until tomorrow.
Thank you.